Good morning, all. I hope you will be fit and fine. So, I am starting with the Python. Previously, we have done some what is Python and what is the use of Python and which type of variables can be used in a Python and some program also we have done. Now, I am continuing with the revision of Python with the some new topics. So, let us start. So Python is a first I'll give you brief about it. It is a widely used general purpose high level programming language developed by Guido van Rossum in 1991. So here use for Python, why it is used, where it is used. So software development, where it is used for software development. Any kind of software can be developed by using Python. Web development also, server side, and system scripting is also there, and also mathematical there. SysPy and NumPy is numerical. Python is there, so it is a very useful in mathematics also. Data science, very benefit in a data science. So features of Pythons, so easy to use and understand. It is a easy to use, and due to simple syntax rule it is very easy to understand. It is a interpreted language. Interpreted means what does it interpret it? One line command. First, any programming when we do in a computer, it is a high level programming language. It convert into a machine language, then it will display the whatever you want to desired output will be there. So it is a interrupted means single line command. If there is any error, so at the same time it show the error, it will not move fast to the forward to the another line. So interrupted language code execution and interruption line by line, each line, first line, second line, line by line. I'm talking about the compiler. Compiler is a, what does compiler? First, high level programming into a machine language. What is machine language? It is a low level language, that is 0 and 1. It convert into a machine language, then it compile whole program in a one go, and then it send the error line by line with the line number. And what does interpreter? It execute line by line, one line code. So here another cross platform language. It is a cross platform language means once you are creating any program in a Python, so it can be run on any platform, mean it can Windows, Linux, mechanism, even also mobile also, you can run in a mobile also. So it, that's why it is called platform, cross platform or platform independent language. And it is a expressive language. Expressive means less code to be written. In a one line, one code, it can be express itself. So expressive language, less code to be written in itself, express the purpose of the code. That one line code will be show the express of the that which purpose you are using a particular variable, particular code. So that's why it is a easy to understand. And completeness support wide range of a library. It have a wide range of the library, so we can use from a Python library. So many modules are there we can use from a Python library. It is free. It is a free and open source software, can be downloaded freely, and source code can be modified for a implementation. Some shortcomings are also there. Drawbacks of Python: lesser library as a compared to other software. I'm talking about the other softwares, C, C++, Java. These languages have a vast library, so it has a less library. So it is a drawback of Python. It is a slow language because it executes line by line. That's why it is a slow language. As it interpreted language, it executes the program slowly, line by line. That's why it is called slow language. And weak on type building. See, weak on type building means once you are declaring a one variable, once you have assigned a value in that, again same variable you are assigning with the different value will be override the previous one. So that is a drawback of Python. So that's why it is called weak on type building. It is not pinpoint on use of the single variable for a different data type. Once you have declare with the assign a value with the number, again you are assigning with the string, again you are assigning with the float. So in a single variable you are assigning different value, but it will not pinpoint any use of the variable. Previously you have declared a int, again you have declared a string, so it will overwrite the same variable with the different value. So this is a drawback of Python. So how to work? It is an interactive mode. First, whenever you open a Python, it open in a interactive mode, and it is a executable in file drive, which it is a stall. If found, double click on a start button in a interactive mode. So this window will appear there. This is called interactive mode. These are called Python prompt. These three operators you are visible here. This is called Python prompt. Here you can write your commands, any statement you can write over here. So this one, and this indicate wait for a user input. Whatever you will write here, it will you can use from here only. So another, I am writing a same command with the these all. We can use a print statement. Print hello means hello will be printed. Print 8 into 3 means whatever 8 will multiply by 3, and this is exponent we'll discuss about these operators. First I am sharing another screen. See here, this is a visible. Here this is showing a Python prompt, any variable. See the weak point of Python. Here I am declaring a equal 10. What is the value of a? 10. Whenever I will print here a, what does 10 will be printed? Again I am writing a equal abc. See here, this is a string type. I am writing a, so it will show, it will override the 10, which is an integer type, will be override with the string. Now again I am declaring a equal 10.5. so this is a decimal. So here I am writing a, it will show the display the new value. Previous value will be overwrite and new value will be display here. So this is a weak point of Python. It doesn't pinpoint any variable which you are assigning a variable with the value. So it will be overwrite previous one and new value will be contained in this. So here we'll discuss about the what is variable and what is value. Variables are user defined. Variables are user defined means which is used to contain any hold the any value. What is value? Any raw material, any value, just like a name is a value. Name is a variable, which your name is a value. Class is a variable, class, your class is a value. So at the same time, whenever we declare a variable with the value, so it consumes space in your hard disk. Whenever you declare a variable, it occupy the space in a memory. So that's why it will here I am talking about the weak point of Python. When I declare as a, so a will be reflected in the 10 with the value in a storage location in a your hard disk. And again I am writing in a equal abc. What is abc? It is a string type. So this value will be stored in your memory location of the hard disk, and it is a string type. Now I am talking about the 10 and string. Previous one it is a integer. Now I have declared as a string. So previous one will be overwrite with the new one, which is a string type. So Python have a predefined data type. No need to declare any data type in Python. Predefined. It's have a Python software have a predefined. I'm talking about the C++. First, we need to declare a data type, then variable name, then we can assign get the value, then we process it, then we print it. There are so many lines we have to write. Here, just I have declared with the 10 equal. What is A here? A is a variable, equal is a assignment operator, 10 is a value which assigning to A. So directly it is a assigning. No need to write a interactive mode. No need to write a print command. Automatically it will print whenever you write a variable name. So weak point of this, it doesn't pinpoint means once declare with the number, again string, or again float. So override. This is a weak point. Otherwise Python is a very easy, and it is a interactive expressive language. Means in a one line it express the what you are doing in that. So here I want to check the which is a data type of A and where it is a store in a memory location. Just I have to id A. Here first I declare as an integer that now it will display the float value location. See here id A means it will show the address of the value. See, this is the address. Just I am using this one. Now see here I am again writing A. See here this value is a different, this address is a different, this address is a different. This will be replaced by this. So same variable will be replaced by another. Previous it is a float type. Now I have declared as a string. Now I want to check a address of this value where memory location consumed by this string type. This is a memory address where it is stored. Now I am writing again 10. I am using id of this address of this. See the difference. This address will be different and this address will be different, and now new address of this will be different. So now I want to check the data type. How to check? And now I have declared as an integer type. So it will display type A. Means it will display integer. Now this one A equal ABC. I am showing another screen. It is a full. Here A equal 10.5. Type A. So it will display data type as a float. So A equal, so I have written here. Now type A. Okay, this is a error. So see here, if any mistake over there, so it will show error. Now I am writing with the A. This equal I forgot to put equal here. See. Now type A. See here, this is a string type. So with the ID, we can check the address of the variable, and with the this string value with the type. ID will display address of the variable and type will display data type of the variable. So now I'll show you in a script mode. This is an interactive mode. I'm showing here. This is a script mode. So script mode, whatever I am writing here, num1 equal. So I am writing here input. Input is a function here. So it will get the input from you. What with the text. See, I am writing double quotation here. Enter. Enter the value of num1. See, I have beginning with the double quotation. I must close with the double quotation. See here, num1 is a variable here, equal is a assignment operator, input is a function which is used to get value from keyboard. So this is a function, that's why it is enclosed in a beginning bracket and closing bracket. So remember one thing, whenever we get any value in an input function, it become a string type. So I'll give you example of this. Again, same line I am copying here. And here variable is a case sensitive. Remember this, variable is a case sensitive. Whatever you are declaring once in a small case must be used in a small case only. If you are, I am writing here num1 small, num2 small. If I will use num1 capital, num1 num2 capital, it will treat it as a different. It will show error. Now see here, print. Print is a function which is used to print the output on an interactive mode. Here I am writing num1 plus num2. See here, both will not add, only the value which I am getting in a num1 and num2 will be displayed as it is. First it will display num1 and num2. See, I am running first. You have to save your file here. This I am giving demo.py. See here, first you have to write a file name, then .py. .py is a extension of Python. Any file you have to save with the .py. So py is an extension of file name. See here, enter the value of num1, which I have encloses in a double quotation, will be displayed in a interactive mode. So here I suppose to input a value here 50. Now it will ask for second value 60. It will display the same 50 and 60 because whenever I'll get value with the input function, it is a string type. So I need to convert into a, again sharing with the same screen here. Now I have to get the value here with the int. What does int? Int is a function. So you need to enclose in a bracket, normal bracket. Int, I am writing here bracket close. So again I am writing int here. See here, this bracket, outer inner bracket will be closed first. This is a input, this bracket of input, outer bracket, this is the outer bracket of int function. So you have to remember, beginning bracket, if you are starting with the bracket, you must be closed, and print num1 plus num2. Now I am running it. See, now I have inputted a same, this is a different value. See here, same program I have run with the by using int function. So this was value previous and next, and it is added with the calculated plus with the first operand plus second operand. See here, I have used here int. If I'll try input in float value, it will not accept. So I have to write here float. Float. Float is also function and int is also functions. Float. Now I'll run this program. Float value will be calculated. This is a float. Previous it was integer. Now I am writing 50.57. Now see here. This is previous, it was a integer type. Now I have declared with the, I have get it value with the float. I have declared as a float function with the input function. So here I am getting float value, first num1, num2 float value, and it will calculate as a float value. So here, so same thing, if you apply the plus minus, see, we'll discuss about the mathematical operator here. Plus, minus, multiply, divide. See, plus for addition, minus that you know, minus for subtraction, and here for multiplication we need to put a asterisk for multiplication. So divide that is a forward slash for division, and division are two types, one is a forward slash and two time forward slash, that is a float division. And this one, it will display the decimal value also, and if I am talking about the float division, it will not display the float value. And also simple one asterisk means this is for multiplication. If you write 2 time exponent, so this is called exponent, num1 power by num2. So this is called mathematical operator. We'll discuss, we'll revise it. Previously I have discussed about all these. So see here, I am putting any value 4, 6. This is an exponent value of 4 and 6. So what does 2 time asterisk operator? This is a exponent. So here Python have beauty of Python. What is it? Simple one variable a comma b comma c comma d. So I am multiple variable can be declared in a one line. Multiple variables. So now I am writing equal operator. So a comma b comma c comma d, these are a different variable. I am writing here 10 comma 30.5 comma I have written this name comma and simple value I am writing here. See, first 10 will assign to A and 30.5 will be assigned to B. So see, you have to see the sequence of the declaration here. Sequence of the declaration here, A will assign to 10, B will assign to 30.5, C will assign as a Niharika this. So here see, you have to see the sequence of the declaration of variable A comma B comma C comma D. A is the first. So first value, what is it? 10. 10 will assign to A. Now B. What is B? This is the second value. 30.5. 30.5 will be assigned to B. Now come to the C. C is a third variable which is assigning to Niharika. I have written this name to the C. And now I am writing D. This is the last one, which is the last value I have written 200. So what happens in a same line, you can declare a different data type and you can assign a value so that can be used in a single line. So less code, expressive. See here, it express the in a one line. It means whatever you are declaring and assigning a variable in it, it will visible. It is a very easy to understand. So I am talking about another languages, C++. We need to write a 5-6 line after we'll get this output. Whenever I'll write here print A comma B comma C comma D. See. So all the value which assigned to the ABCD will display together. So this is a beauty of Python. No need to write a extra code. It is a code expressive and easy to understand. So time is running out. I think I must